Hello and welcome to this week's Glasstire Top 5. It is the week of July 4th, 2019. I am Christina Rees and you are?
I'm Jonathan Seaborn.
We're in Lubbock and then we'll get to that in a second, but tell me who you are?
Yeah, so I'm Jonathan Seaborn. I am the production director for the PBS affiliate here in town, KTTZ TV, and then I'm also a documentary filmmaker and a member of the 806 Collective.
Right, okay, so we're going to talk about the 806 Collective in just a few minutes, but right now we're going to jump into the top 5.
So number 5 is the Abenaki Mesa Delaying Glass at the Southwest School of Art in the Navarro Lobby Gallery in San Antonio, Texas through August 11th.
Yeah, so Abenaki Mesa is an instructor. He's a professor of interdisciplinary practices and emerging forms at UH in Houston, but he's a sound artist primarily, and he's known for that. And this show is at Southwest School of Art. I assume that Chad Dawkins has something to do with this, the curator of those galleries. Brandon Zek saw this show, I think it was last week, said it's good. The concept of it is it's a multi-channel sound installation and it's recordings of snowflakes that permeate pieces of glass. So somehow he's rigged it so that you can hear the sound, this crystalline sound of snowflakes landing on glass. I hear it's good, and we've got a few images that I'll drop in, and yeah, that's up through August 11th.
So number 4 is by Narcissister, and it's the documentary Narcissister organ player at Art Pace in San Antonio on Tuesday, July 9th, and the show starts at 6 p.m.
Yeah, so Narcissister is a well-known performance artist, national, international performance artist based in Brooklyn. She's in the international residency program at Art Pace this summer in San Antonio, and this is a screening of her pretty recent documentary. It's called Organ Player. The New York Times gave it a really nice review. She's there for this Q&A screening session. So at 6 o'clock, show up, see the movie. There will be a Q&A that follows. Narcissister, her work tends to focus on race and gender and sexuality. Her dad was an African-American physicist and her mom was a Jewish immigrant from Morocco. So there's a lot of things about identity there, but this work is pretty bold and we're fans of her work, and it's exciting to have her in Texas for the summer. So we're here at number 3. So the First Friday Art Trail in Lubbock is a big deal. Thousands of people show up. I think people who read or watch Glasstire frequently know that by now, but this is First Friday Art Trail this Friday, and 806 Collective is going to be featured. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so this Friday will be open with a number of different things hanging. There'll be prints, painting, poetry. There's always, it's a collective, so there's a number of different types of art in different mediums.
Is it a new collective? It's a new collective.
Yes, yeah. So it was recently founded, and it's directed by Victoria Marie B. And its aim is to bring together as many different artists from as many different mediums as possible. So we have like poets, filmmakers like myself, painters, printmakers. There's a botany artist. There's, so it goes the entire gamut of what you could think of. And it's really cool to be able to get inspired by other people's work from a different medium. So coming in and seeing what Peter may be doing with plants, or what Adam may be doing with printmaking, or Victoria with printmaking or photography, in taking those ideas into film, or I'm sure with some of the other artists, poetry or whatever their medium is. We'll be here every First Friday, but this First Friday we'll have a couple of members that people can meet and talk to about what's going on, and then there's plans for workshops, film screenings, concerts. There's a benefit. We do live printmaking in here, all sorts of stuff.
So this is your permanent studio space and show space on the campus?
Yes, yeah, for the next 12 months.
All right. So this is actually a twofer in Lubbock. Another show I really want to recommend that's going to be up for First Friday Art Trail is curated by Noah Wakefield, the metal artist who I'm a huge fan of. And this is the second time he's curated a metal show in the summertime at the 5&J, the big gallery on campus. It's a group show. Kevin Stanford, Noah Wakefield, Evan Wilson, Haley Woodward, Colby Brinkman, Aaron Brinson, Kyle Nutter, and Daniel Smith were in it last year. It may be the same group this year, and it's metal work by Texas artists. These are great Texas metal artists. I'll put some images up. It will be up just on Friday, I think. Maybe on Saturday too, and then on Sunday it's gone. So come and check it out on Friday when you can.
Number 2 is Sheila Hicks at the Nasher Sculpture Center in Dallas, Texas, and that runs through August 18th.
So Sheila Hicks is also really she's a well-known artist. She's in her 80s, I believe. And this is a show that's been up at the Nasher for a little while. I saw the press preview of it, I guess it was about a month or two ago. And she does textile work. The textures are great. I have to say the textures, the colors, you do want to put your hands on it. This is a lot of site-specific installation in the garden and in that lower floor, the big glass room. It's pretty sweeping. It's pretty impressive. What you need to know also is that there are two pieces over at the DMA. There's a show that just opened at the DMA that features one of her works and some of the works from the DMA's collection that interact with that work, as well as, and they just acquired that work, and then she's also gifting them a big, huge kind of tapestry work. So the DMA and the Nasher are kind of interwoven, as it were, for these two shows.
And then number one is Everything's Going to Be All Right Now at the David Shelton Gallery in Houston, Texas, and that runs June 14th through August 17th.
Yeah, so this is a group show. It's organized by Robert Hodge. I'm also a huge fan of Robert Hodge, great artist in Houston. This is a group show featuring Tyler Duvet, Amanda Miller, Kate Mulholland, Alexis Pye, and Brandon Thompson. It's David Shelton. Brandon and Zach has seen the show. He says it's great. That's why it's number one on the list. We love David Shelton. He's got a great program, and the show does look good. It is up through August 17th. You've got a little bit of time to see it. All right, so that's our list. So tell me about a project that you've worked on.
Yeah, so one of my most recent films, Dream With Me, is getting a national broadcast right now on the World Channel. But the film focuses on a DACA recipient here in town, Saba Nafiz, as she navigates the ever-changing landscape of DACA right now.
Yeah.
Her parents and her sibling, her family is obviously undocumented, and there's different levels of status within that. So it's navigating kind of a complicated issue, but it's not a political look at the issue. It is a personal look. This person's story as they deal with it.
So how can people see it?
The next showing will be the 6th and the 7th on World Channel. So it is airing on the 6th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, so 10 p.m. Central, and it is airing on the 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, so 5 p.m. Central.
All right, so catch that. And in the meantime, have a good 4th of July weekend. Everyone be safe, everyone have fun, and go see some art.